ஆரம்பிக்கலாமா? Welcome to yet another episode of The Couch Coaches, where people who could have been coaches have found alternate careers. My name is Rama Ramni. I live in Seattle, rainy Mara, Seattle. I work in tech, been at Microsoft for over 18 years now. And in the side, I also write books, hopefully movies one day. Priyesh and I go back a long time, chuddy buddy days. And then obviously we love cricket quite a bit. ஸோ அதனால இங்கே கிரிக்கெட்டை பற்றி நான் என்ன பண்ணியிருக்கலாம், என்ன பண்ணியிருப்பேன் கோச்சா இருந்தா அப்படின்னு கதை தான் இங்கே நடக்கும். ஓவர் டு யூ பிரியேஷ்.
நீங்க நல்லவரா ஆர் கெட்டவரா? I'm Priyesh. I live in Germany. I'm a serial entrepreneur and a management consultant. Welcome to the third episode of the Coaches. In this episode, we will review the Australian series and talk about what they plan to do and what they did, and we will see how the team performed. And we had asked a few questions in the second episode, and then we will also see whether the think tank of the Indian team corresponded to what we asked. So, Rama, what do you think about the entire series?
See, I think overall, we spoke about multiple things, why they are experimenting, and Rohit and Dravid said, டே நீ என்னடா சொல்றது, நாங்க பண்ணுவோம்டான்னு சொல்லி லேப் கோட்டை போட்டு சும்மா எக்ஸ்பெரிமெண்ட் மேல எக்ஸ்பெரிமெண்டா சும்மா அவுத்து விட்டாங்க பசங்க.
எனக்கு கீழே நிறைய மாத்திரை கட்சிது, வா உனக்கு தரேன்.
Right, it is, I don't know, they have some plan in place probably. And overall, I think India had a good series, right? We won the series 2-1. We kept experimenting from one game to the other. And the third one was also bizarre, right? You had Sundar coming in and then going up the order, trying various things that happened. But I think we were in good shape, but I don't know what should we take away from the series, right? Obviously, Shubnam Gill was blazing, right? I think it just reminded me of S.J. Surya in நம்ம படத்துல வந்துட்டு வந்தான் சுட்டான் செத்தான் ரிப்பீட் மாதிரி சும்மா பையன் டமால் டமால் டமால்
வந்தா சுட்டா செத்தா ரிப்பீட் வந்தா சுட்டா செத்தா ரிப்பீட் முடியல தலைவரே முடியல.
Played really well in all the games. I think it was good to see Rohit just get back to form, especially in the third one day, right? I think I saw the Rohit of old, just blazing through, no pressure and just hitting shots very cleanly. Virat is playing well. I think Rahul is playing well. Ishan Kishan didn't get a chance in the last one day, if I remember correctly, or did he? I forgot.
Maybe they said he was injured. So,
okay.
I think Rohit went and got the presence of Ganesha because he was there with his wife celebrating Ganesh Chaturthi.
Ganapati Bappa Moria. Okay. Yeah, and then I think obviously Iyer got a century, and then Sky got a really good innings. So I think overall batting was in good shape. It was good. I would have liked to see Hardik Pandya in one of the games, right? To see how he's just to keep up with the momentum. Jadeja obviously is in the mix. Bowling, Bumrah got whacked in the last one day, right? And you know, Indian pitches, you never know who's going to bowl well. So I think with Shami, Siraj and Bumrah, I think it's a pretty good squad. I would have liked to see Kuldeep at least for a game, right? I know you feel like they are hiding him not to show cards. I don't believe that as much, right? End of the day, as you also pointed out, there are enough videos for people to figure out. I think the spin, I don't know, Sundar would have been nice, but Ashwin, number paiyan is back in the squad, and he played.
And the funny video or meme has come out today. So
I think that was one. Yes.
Yeah. So
Master வந்து Ashwin odi. Yeah, it was funny. So overall India had a great series. I still think we should talk a little bit more about the third one-dayer because that scenario can open up but that's my viewpoint.
Because you are right, because ICC has the authority on the pitches now, not the BCCI. So they can't say we will have a rank turner in Chennai or Lucknow or whatever, because ICC have the rights of the pitches and the stadiums now. So going by what they think that they could have viewership across the planet, I think 300 would be the minimum in each game, unless something happens on the top with some bowlers. So if 300 is the bare minimum and some teams go to 330 or 350 as we saw it, I don't think we have the bowling to stop that onslaught. Okay. And if you see last few weeks, there have been strokes over 350 in England, in South Africa, in India. So every team is playing well. So if 300 and 330 is the norm, then the batting should be superb in every game.
Correct.
So that's my concern now, but we will see. I think because Ashwin has come into the squad, maybe we'll play in Chennai or Lucknow, but I don't see him playing much games out of the 9. And my favorite cricketer, Tilak Verma, was not given a chance also. So what is he doing in the squad?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know. If you want, and Dravid and came out and said we were giving game time to Ashwin. So Tilak is in your squad, but no game time at all. Okay, so that's a worry on the process and the strategy the team has. Okay, if you want a funny guy in the team, you can have got Yuji Chawad is supposed to be the funniest guy in the dressing room. So I don't know what they did. But Shreyas played very well.
Yep.
As you pointed out in the last video, if you give him that 15 overs, last 15 overs, and say it is a T20, Poda Raja, Patak Karapu, then is okay. But maybe if he comes into the 25th or 38th over where he has to play his time, I don't know how he will be if he gets the chance. So
yeah, I think Chika சொல்ற மாதிரி அடிச்சா பாக்யம் இல்லாட்டி லேகியம் சொல்ற மாதிரி
பட்டா பாக்யம் இல்லாட்டா லேகியம் அந்த மாதிரி.
Sky, I think is interesting, right? Anna, like we always said, it's going to be interesting to see is he going to get a chance or is it a gimmick, right? Maybe we have him in the squad, maybe 1 or 2 games, right? We might play him. See, given that they're going to be a set of games with warm-up games and everything around it, it will feel like you're giving everybody a chance. But this is not like நம்ம சோமசுந்தரம் கிரவுண்ட்லயே விளையாடுறோம். 15 பேரை கொண்டு வந்து டே உன் தம்பியை கொண்டு வா, என் தம்பியை கொண்டு வரேன், என் கசின் வந்திருக்காண்டா ஊர்ல, அவனையும் சும்மா சேர்த்துக்கலாம். What is this? இது வந்து it's like a World Cup squad. And that's the only part which I feel I really want to get a very truthful, what were they doing, what are they doing, did they miss the boat, and what is happening here. But either way, we are anyway close. This is like at this stage it's all about just focusing on and getting it done. See, back to the Australian series, right? We won 2-1, we were leading 2-0, பட் நம்மலாம் வந்து இந்த மேக்ஸ்ல வந்து 95 ஆனாலும் ஏன்டா 95 ஆயினன்னு சொன்ன மாதிரி why did you lose the third game, right?
ஆமா
It's important. You
ஆமா
just want to especially a team like Australia, you just want to control over them, demoralize them, and then just build up your confidence as much as possible.
ம்
And the third game is exactly the game that worries me, where
ம்
the team bats first, they just whack you and they score 350, 370, and then you start off. And then you can start like Rohit and Gill, right? You start whacking around, and suddenly, if you lose wickets, then you get to this interesting set of youngsters, the IPL tested youngsters, right? Be it Ishan Kishan, be it Hardik Pandya, be it Jadeja, be it Sky, right? How will they essentially stabilize the innings and take it
ஆ
to the last 10, 15? Shreyas Iyer can do that. I think I've seen him play in some of the test matches where
ஆமா
he and Ashwin won the game. So he can probably do that, but he has this weird flair of, you know what, I'm going to start whacking you, and the problems against the short ball
ம்
that he has to figure out.
ம்
But if India gets to that situation, what will happen? Who do we need in that 5, 6,
and
7?
I thought they missed the trick in the series. She should have given Jadeja more pitch time to bat. And even though he would be a finisher in the squad, um time in the middle is so important,
Correct.
especially when you're going to the World Cup. So I think that they missed the trick. And why was she in the last game?
Mhm.
Why did you try him if you are certain that Ashwin will be the man for you? So certain things they could have tried,
Yeah.
and as you say, we want just answers. The nation wants to know.
See, ultimately, it would have been interesting if Sundar had scored like a fast 70, 80, and then got us into a good position. And then I think he gave 10 overs, 48 runs, didn't pick up.
Yeah.
He bowled reasonably well, which means would you have picked him over Ashwin in the
Yeah.
World Cup squad? Was that the thinking, right? If they at least give that insight, maybe. But it didn't look like he was really pushing Ashwin out of the squad. But at least if that was the line of thinking, I respect that, right? Maybe that's why they pushed him up the order, gave him some more chance. But I don't know if Sundar has opened before. I don't know if he is more of a middle order guy or if he has opened for Tamil Nadu.
In IPL, I think he came three down or opened couple of times. But
Okay.
I know that he was in the top order for
Okay.
a couple of games last season or the season before that.
Okay.
But I hope they are not scoring his career up by giving him this many chances in the game of experimenting him. That is my worry, because he's a very, very good talent.
Correct. Yeah, I think முன்னாடியே I think there was always the rumor that Greg Chappell he confused Irfan Pathan, even though Pathan said that was not the case. Bowler batsman ஆக்குறேன் எல்லாரையும் கபில் தேவ் ஆக்குறேன்னு சொல்லி சொல்லி தள்ளிருக்காங்க. I mean that you're right.
Yeah.
I think you need to have like a systematic plan, right? If you thought that Sundar was a viable opener and you tried him, that's one thing. But just to give him a chance to see if he scores a lot, and then you will say that, oh, hence we are picking him over Ashwin, still feels gimmicky, but at least an experiment that has some kind of scientific approach to it. So we'll know whenever and if ever Rahul and Rohit give this insight, but who knows? Or Agarkar, why leave him out of the mix? Select us, right?
And Prashid Krishna played the last game.
Yeah.
Why not give it to Sami? What are you doing by resting players or in the spot?
Correct. And that's the other thing, right? This is not like it's the NFL or it's rugby where it's physical. I agree that you have to manage the workload, but you've gotten to the last stage.
Yeah,
this stage of the tournament and the prep for it, you really need to be tuned in, right? Everybody needs to have, this is roughly my 11. Maybe you have one or two players who may come in, but your 11 is more or less solidified. And that's the only thing I hope, that from here on, when you start getting into the World Cup practice games, they start putting that emphasis and then focus on that, right? So,
and maybe it is the last one-day World Cup we will ever see, because nobody is interested in the 50 overs game now. That said, we have to win it. That's all it is.
correct. படம் மாதிரி சும்மா கிறிஸ்பா இருக்கணும், இல்லாட்டி ஜவான் படம் மாதிரி வந்து இது என்னடா மெகா சீரியலா இல்லாட்டி வெப் சீரிஸான தெரியாம 2 hours 50 minutes வச்சு இழுத்து
ப்ரோ ஒரு அளவுக்கு தான் ப்ரோ, எல்லாமே சும்மாலாம் நோண்ட கூடாது ப்ரோ.
50 hours has become like that, right?
ஆமா.
I was thinking that what if we do like 25 overs of 2 innings, like bring the test match format into ODI, or make it like 20 overs and 30 hours, or allow the teams to pick that I'll either play 20 overs first innings or 30 overs first innings, so that gives and then you bring the test and ODI ரெண்டுத்தையும் கலந்து அதுல இருந்து கொஞ்சம் இதுல இருந்து கொஞ்சம் மிக்ஸ் அடிச்சு கொடுத்தா ஒருவேளை ஓடுமான்னு இருக்குது, பாப்போம்.
அப்படி ஒரு பரத்து இப்படி ஒரு பரத்து அப்படி பரத்தி விட்டு
மேபி லைக் தட் மியூசிக் டைரக்டர் இருக்கலாம், எல்லாமே மிக்ஸு, it doesn't do anything original, so அந்த மாதிரி. So but I think T20 is to stay here. The leagues are pumping in loads of money, so it will become a EPL or football type of league or leagues where the top players will only play for their national team with the T20 or test.
Correct.
So I think maybe it's the last of the one-day World Cup. You will see.
But the other thing is, there is enough appetite for cricket, right? So I think, and it's taking over and so on. So even if they do a lightweight version of ODI, and that way they get a mix of variety in it, they just have to be innovative about it, right? If they can do something and then save it. I think Ravi Shastri had a good point about it. I think I saw a video maybe 6-8 months back, but he was just talking about what we should have done to sort of safeguard ODI when this was coming, an aspect around it. But good point. Who knows? This might be the final World Cup, and if it is, it'll be good for us to repeat 2011, 1983, right? And then just நம்ம இப்போ எங்க இருக்கோம்னு தெரியும், அப்ப எங்க இருந்தோம்னு தெரியாதே.
So yeah, I think if we win it, we can lock it in a coffin and say one day is over.
Correct.
Yeah. But what I didn't like for India, or as a neutral, what I liked was David Warner coming to form. Mitch Marsh is in tremendous form for the last 2 months in South Africa and here. But Australian bowling also is konjam weak, but I think they know how to manage it because of the experience or whatever. I liked Manas Rapachain coming into runs. He was never in the professional squad for the World Cup. Then Smith got injured. He came to South Africa, or went, and then he scored 2 or 3 half centuries. And last game also 70 or 50 balls or whatever. So
அழுக்கு ஸ்டைல் அவன்லாம் ஆடுறான் பாரு, இல்ல?
He is modeled himself as Smith.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
So, But
what I didn't like is Maxwell, right? Whatever said and done, right? He's a part-time bowler in my mind. Like getting 4 wickets and taking really good balls to get even Shreyas Iyer, the bold that he got, right? I'm just super both impressed and also disappointed at the same time. Saying, என்னடா இவன்லாம் வந்து இப்படி போடுறானேன்னு.
ஆளை பார்த்தா டம்மி பீஸா இருக்க, பயங்கரமான ஆளா இருக்கேடா.
Because I think I love what Sehwag used to, and I don't know if you saw this one quote when Ashwin went and asked Sehwag, saying that, hey, I'm an off spinner, what do you think? And Sehwag told him that, hey, I really don't consider spinners as bowlers. That's the thug.
Like Bodcott would have said, right arm Rupish.
Yeah, but you're right. I think Australia has gotten that, mix, and those people coming into form is definitely worrisome for us, because they are going to be competing, right? In the quarters, semis, finals, they're almost a given that they'll be there. It will be very rare for them to be bumped. But there is also Pakistan and Sri Lanka, England. I think it's going to be good from that standpoint. And it'll be interesting to see what. But overall, I think India did well. I think they've done a bunch of experiments. This is the problem of having like 15-20 people now. இது வந்து இப்போ நம்ம பேனியன் லீவ் சாப்பாடு மாதிரி, என்னடா இவ்வளவு சாப்பாடு இருக்கு, இதுல எந்த இடத்துக்கு போறேன்னு தெரிய போறது, பசங்க என்ன பண்ணுவாங்கன்னு பார்க்கலாம். So it should be interesting.
ஐயோ, நடக்கிறது, ஓடுறது, தாவுறது, குதிக்கிறது.
Yeah. So in the next episodes, we will break through the top 6 things we think are competitors for, or have the chance to win the World Cup. But on a side note, as we are CSK mega fans, CSK has come to the IPL finals in 2011, 2015, 2019 and 23 also. 4 World Cup years, CSK has come into the finals, but they won in 2011. So we think India has a chance to win it this way.
ஐயா, நீங்க என்னென்னமோ பேசுறீங்க, எனக்கு ஒரே குழப்பமா இருக்குயா.
That's a wrap for this episode. See you soon on the next one.
Bye.